Welcome to Scales and Tails with Captain Mark Sabbides. Join Mark for fishing and hunting expeditions that bring the excitement and adventure of the great outdoors to you. Mark is a former Bassmaster Tournament trail angler and feature writer for Gulf Coast Angler magazine. His experience in the great outdoors spans 2 decades as a licensed saltwater guide, outdoor communicator, and featured guest on major sports networks.
Let's join Captain Mark.
Sit back, relax. Scales and Tails is coming up next. We're out here at Saline. We'll put in an open buy, come right around the corner into the main lake. We're dropping these jugs down in the channels. We're gonna see what happens. Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Scales and Tails. Yeah.
Welcome back to Scales and Tails.
All right, there we go. All right. That's our first one of the night. We're just throwing it out. It's about 10 o'clock on a Friday night. We're out here enjoying what God has given us. It's beautiful, almost a full moon. This is great, got good company. I love it. Now, Larry, what if a catfish takes this thing? How are we gonna find it?
He'll come back up. Even if he's a big cat, he will eventually, that little bottle will pull him back to the surface.
Okay, I noticed we got orange ones and green ones. You painted these with special paint?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of paint do you have on here?
Just a fluorescent paint. That's the orange color, and then we got fluorescent a different type over here. But we got, the main thing we got is that little strip right there that's
reflective strip? Oh.
Light will shine on it, you can pick it up very easily.
Great, so after we set out a few, we're gonna scan them with the Q-beam. We're gonna look for them moving.
Yep.
And cruise along. Then we're gonna go up and hopefully there'll be a big old catfish on Scales and Tails. Here on Scales and Tails, we're doing a little jugging out here at Saline Parkway. Not butter in there. Let's see what old Uncle Floyd has. Boy, some cut shad, huh? So we got cut shad and we got worms, earthworms. We're gonna see what produces the best action. Ooh, Larry, this stuff is pretty ripe. That's what a big catfish likes. Just hook it right through the middle of the body, Larry. Okay. Well, it's still frozen. Get the scales out of the way of the tip of your hook. You wanna make sure that. You wanna have good sharp hook. This is a 2-aught hook. Got it on this is a Coke bottle, so we'll see how Coke does. We're gonna throw it overboard. And we'll shine the Q-beam on that later on. Hopefully there'll be a big giant catfish on there. All right, let's go drop some more. All right, we'll throw that one out. Now we're in an area of Saline. We're off to the side. We're out of the channel. We'd like to fish in the channel because, you know, it's deeper there, but it's Friday night. There's a lot of guys out here frogging and enjoying God's great lake here, but we want to stay out of the channel so our jugs don't get run over by the other boats. So that's a little tip. You know, if we were out here during the week, you know, drop them things out in the channel. We're right on the edge. All right, I'm gonna reach for a big night crawler. What's the biggest catfish you got on a jug?
Probably myself, I hadn't caught anything over about 20 pounds, but I've got some friends that's caught some a lot larger than that.
Man, I would take a 20-pounder. Woo-wee. So just thread this worm on there. Kind of yucky job here. This is why I stick to bass fishing and artificial. Mismo worms and zooms and things like that, they don't leak. Ugh. All right, well, let's throw this sucker out. It's right there. All right. Now, how many do we want to do in this area? We just got here, so.
We're going about 20 right now to see what's going on.
About 20. Well, holy cow, that's going to take me all night. Whew. Better get to rigging. All right, reaching the bag. Ooh, Gatorade. I think the Gatorade might do it. That's kind of tangled there. That's a short line. There you go. Now, you keeping track of how many of these? Because we want to make sure we collect all of our jugs. We don't want to litter out here, forget 1 or 2 jugs. Might get caught up with a bird or, you know, a turtle. We don't want to do any of that. So make sure you keep track of your jugs and you retrieve them all at the end of the night. Are they too close to each other, or? Is that a good spread? Okay. Well, good. I tell you what, how about we, here in the boat and you at home, let's take a bet and see what we get first. Is it gonna be a Coke bottle? Gonna be a Pepsi bottle? Gonna be a Gatorade bottle? Maybe a water bottle? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Yeah, I'm gonna bet on Coke. No, Pepsi. Hopefully this is a big one. Hopefully it's a big one. Oh, look at it go, look at it go, look at it go. Oh, come on, baby, come on. Oh, it's pulling me in, pulling me in. Oh, what do we got? There we go. There you go. That's a nice fish right there, Larry. All right, big catfish on scales and tails, yeah! But actually, folks, you know, we're real happy with the size we're getting, because those are perfect frying size. All right, let me put down my light. Oh, look at that, look at it. You see that standing straight up? Oh, big catfish on scales and tails. Will that make them bigger? All right, coming up to another one. This one went down, so, oh, there goes one taking off right there too. All right, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, there you go. A little bit better, a little bit better. On the shallow rig, the smaller ones are coming on the shallower rig. Went down, popped up. We're gonna see what's on here. Okay, you can see it taking off. It hears us coming. That's a good sign. It might be a better fish. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now on the deep, on the deep. There we go. And what kind is that? Is that a blue too? All right, let's get them in the cooler. All right, you wanna grab these things real careful. Just like that. On the worms. You know, real weird. That's why it's good to bring a variety of bait out here. We got cut bait and we got earthworms. And every bite we've had tonight has been on earthworms. Now, some nights it's totally opposite, but tonight it's earthworms. Deep too. Let me drop these ones right here, Larry.
This outdoor medical tip is brought to you by
Christus St. Francis Cabrini Hospital, because you expect more.
Hey, welcome to Cabrini's Outdoor Medical Safety Tip. I got Dr. Terry Tahata from Midstate Orthopedics with me today, and he's going to talk a little bit about catfish stings. You know, when people are handling catfish, sometimes that fin will stick in you. And you know, I had a lot of questions. You know, if it pokes me, should I pull it out, or how should I go about addressing that, and what should I do after?
Right. Well, the thing about a catfish barb or fin is that it is barbed, and that can be the difficult thing. And you know, most of the time, the ones that get you are these little bitty cats. You know, the little 6 to 8 inches, and the problem is that fin is small and will break, and because it is barbed, it can be more prone to breaking, and then you might have a piece of that tip retained, you know, beneath the skin. And the whole problem with all penetrating injuries like that is that it's a small entry, and then it can seal over, and so that bacteria and the toxin that is in the fin is embedded into you, and that's the best environment for it to take off, and then that's when you have the big problems, the infections. And but initially the thing to do is, well, the first thing is try not to get finned, and you know, whatever there are catfish grabbers or
So prevention.
Prevention, yeah. And then if it does happen, and of course, you know, you're probably in the middle of a fishing trip or whatever, and so you don't want to leave, but it's probably a good idea to keep a good first aid kit on board. You know, you try to clean it up as best you can, peroxide, alcohol, try to get it to bleed.
So you want to milk it.
You try to get it to bleed as best you can. And then, you know, and most of the time our immune system will take care of these deals. But if it does, you know, become infected, you do need to seek medical attention promptly, because those are bad infections.
So don't blow off the simple catfish sting or something, it can turn into something real serious. So make sure you visit your local ER if you have any questions. And that's your Cabrini Outdoor Medical Safety Tip.
Scales and Tails will be right back after this break. Welcome back to Scales and Tails.
Oh yeah, what do we got? There you go. Oh man, jumping, jugging catfish on Saline Lake, going out of open by with my good friend Larry, Frog, and Floyd. Tonight he's gonna show me something a little different, and that's jugging. Just a basic jug, a little bit of rope, a hook, and a big giant night crawler, and we're in action. Man, all right, Larry. Creeping up to another jug, just popped up. I'm telling you, they're either one of two things. They're either a keeper, or they're so small, we don't show them on TV. Oh, we're up here already. Oh, it went down when I pulled on it. Yeah, we got him, Larry. On the deep, on the deep. All right. Oh, swallowed it. There we go. There we go. Give it to my trusty guide here. All right. That's not bad. All right. There we go, Larry. What kind of catfish is that?
Blue cat.
Blue cat. We had to get the pattern, just like when you bass fish. You've got to get the pattern. Pattern tonight, worms at least 4 feet deep for the little bit better catfish. That one's cruising along. Look at that. You can see him going. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. There we go. There we go. Nice blue cat. Hooked right there on the side. He's a croaking. He's a croaking. I just can't get over how beautiful these fish are. So smooth, healthy. Come on. Oh, we got him. We got him. Oh, yeah. There we go. Big old catfish. All right. There we go. This one, you say, huh? Oh, yeah, he's on there. Oh, yeah. All right. We got him. We got him. Come up from behind. Get those fins, those dorsal fins. So they're out of your way. Oh, he's strong. I mean, these are just beautiful, beautiful catfish. Not very big, but the size you want to eat. It's nice and enjoyable out here. You know, there's no one out here throwing these jugs. Fish aren't very big, but I tell you what, this is where it's at. Nice, calm, beautiful night. You can get out and try this. Take a kid doing this. This is a lot of fun. Keeps them busy. That's what it's all about, keeping kids busy. All right. Yeah, a fryer anyways. Not hooked very good. Talking to me. Oh, God, yeah, man, I just went to reach and get this. We're collecting them and got them right there on the side. Well, he must have been down there sniffing that thing. About jerked the jug out of my hand. Give him the old trusty Larry, get him off the hook. Doop. Straight up. Hopefully that's a little bit better one. Oh, no, it's gone. It took off with it. Took off with it. There it is. Get it, Larry. Get it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a little bit better. Oh, that's a little bit better. Sure was. These first one on cut bait. Fresh cut bait, though. Not that vintage cut bait that you had. There.
It's time for Tips, Tactics, and Tools.
Is brought to you by Mid-State Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center.
Hey, we were out there today on Scales and Tails doing a little jugging for catfish, and it was real neat. We had the system going on, and I'm gonna let Larry Floyd of Cheeks Marine tell us how we did this tonight. Larry, I noticed we had 2 different colored jugs out there. We had some green ones
Right.
and some orange ones. And I learned the orange ones you had rigged deeper,
Right.
and the green ones you had rigged shallower, but they were both with the same weight, the same twine, and the same line hook. Show me how you rig one of these up. They look kind of simple, but
We basically just got some number 15 twisted treated nylon, and we got a little 1/8 egg sinker here, number 2 hook, and flip it around tight. And the weight, you're going to have to get you a piece of monofilament before you put the hook on. Run a piece of monofilament through and then drop it through the egg sinker, and then you slide it up on this.
okay.
Then you just flip your hook back around, you know, like you do on a trot line hook. Just flip it through. And it's just, we got the short ones, like you said, with the green, the long ones with the orange colored. But we have a reflected tape around both of them, so at night the light will just shine up on them.
All right, Larry, show me how this hook goes on there.
Just a number 2 trot line hook, double the twine like that, push it through, pull it all the way through, drop the hook through, pull down, it's ready to go.
Oh, okay. So if you get a bent hook or, you know.
Very, very easy to change a hook if you have a problem with a hook. When you wrap it up, you can take a rubber band, just hook it back, and your hook's, you know, stationary without coming all loose in the boat with you.
Well, good. Next time you get it itching to go catfishing, try the jugging technique. I think you'll be surprised. And that's your tip, tactic, and tools for today's show.
Scales and Tails will be right back after this break.
Take a little small catfish, like in this size, and just fry them whole.
Okay.
And you know, the bigger ones, we fillet them out and we trim them out, but we just got a little variety there.
Okay, how are we gonna cook these up today?
Okay, we got this in evaporated canned milk, and we got some Zatarain's fish fry. We're gonna roll them in. Then we got the grease over there ready at 375, and we're gonna drop them in there in a few minutes and see how they turn out.
Got some Uncle Leon seasoning?
Got some Uncle Leon seasoning. We putting a little in the meal and a little on top.
All right, we'll drop one in there.
Give it a good shaking. Drop this other one in there beside it. We'll just do a couple of them at a time in there. We'll drop them in the hot grease.
All right, is it ready to go?
Ready to go.
Okay, what kind of oil do we have?
We have canola.
Canola oil. And we're gonna fry these with the fins and the tail on. Lay them in there. All right. Now, how long are we gonna cook these, Larry?
Until they start getting that catfish. I like a little more golden brown than I do the light brown, you know, because of the texture of the fish.
So a little bit longer than, let's say, perch.
Then perch is a little tender, but the meat texture is different. Catfish has got a little mushiness, and if you don't fry it a little bit harder, that mushiness is just gonna, you know, fall apart on you.
So what are we talking about in minutes? 5 minutes?
You know, depends on how many you fry at a time, but this should pull up somewhere in about 3 minutes roughly.
All right, they're winding down. They're looking good. Pull them out of there. We're gonna drain them on a paper towel, get that excess grease off. Even though this is canola oil, it's probably the best oil for you.
Right, we're gonna let them drain here just about a couple of seconds, then we're gonna flip them over on the plate with a paper towel.
Man, we're at my favorite store, Town and Country. Man, Town and Country General Store in Trout, Louisiana by Gina. They got everything. Look at this, my favorite crankbaits, my favorite hook, shirts, hats, camo, everything. It's just awesome in here. I tell you what, when you go out jugging for catfish and catfishing, there is a lot of aftermarket products that you need to look at. Look here, we got this Bill Dance Advantage catfish bait. Simple, easy, last minute, you want to go fishing, grab a product like this, come into Town and Country, buy it. Look here, catfish baits, got all kinds of stuff. They even got pre-rigged trout lines. You can't beat that. When it comes to cleaning catfish, you got your skinners, pull the skin off, great for frogs too. I tell you what, catfishing is becoming big and better than ever. It's great to take your wife out, kid out, and buy these products. I tell you what, they'll make you a better catfisher.
Scales and Tails will be right back after this break. This weather conditions report is brought to you by Public Service Mortgage.
That's what we're talking about.